Hello guys, welcome back to YEYE Today. Back here with us again,
Hey,
Glenn, and
Daniel, I'm here. And
Ricky here.
so today we'll be discussing more about the first episode within our pyramid utility, which is the lore. So I think lore plays a very important part in an NFT project, especially when they have a unique IP, unique art. So Daniel, can you tell us more about who is the art team, story, and the storytelling team?
so the lead artist goes by the name of Walking. He's been doing this since 2015. A lot of his work is present in Fine Art Museum and some exhibitions. His background of art is in graffiti, so he's quite a prominent figure within the graffiti community here in Indonesia. And alongside him, we have two other co-artists who will be helping him. And not only that, but for the lore, we have dedicated two people who will be creating the lore side and storytelling. And one of them is actually quite experienced. He is the uh, student of a top manga artist called Tsukasa Hojo, who is the creator of City Hunter manga.
Awesome. So I think we've got a very strong team in terms of the lore and the art.
Yes, sir.
So how about who is the artist and what is his background actually?
So the artist found interest in doing graffiti in 2013, and in order to fund his new hobby, he had to take on illustration jobs and outsourcing work. And that's where he began and started to afford these spray cans, where he would then create art. And along the way, he developed this character called YEYE.
So my third question is I think behind every strong art and a unique art there will always be a very strong message behind. And of
Mm.
course how he as an artist came up with this character should be an interesting story. So can you tell us more about his philosophy and maybe how did he came out with this character as he
So what's interesting, like you mentioned, there's actually a meaning behind this character. So the character of Yeye is actually very deeply tied to the artist. In fact, Yeye or the character is actually a manifestation of the artist. And why is that so? It's because the artist feels that in real life he's not able to express himself the way he wants to. He is limited by laws, by culture, social norms, politics, and even religion, especially coming from a third world country where we are from. So, which is why he created this character of Yeye, which is himself that can express what he wants, what he desires fully, and which is why when we're bringing him to Web3, we also wanted to bring along this message of the character and the art behind it.
so wow I think this character carries a very deep philosophy behind. So
Indeed.
how do you think this character as he ties in with the norms in this Web3 space? As you know,
Mm.
people are reluctant to dox, and they by not doxing they can be whoever they want to be and they can be themselves. And by that, I think it creates a room of creativity for all the artists, for all people, not just artists but even project founders. They have the freedom to tweet what they want to say. So how do you tie this story with the Web3 norms?
I think with what the message is that I think a lot of people, regardless of their geographical location, obviously they feel some sort of boundaries, and some way they are not actually able to be themselves. I think a lot of people, if not everyone, have this issue. Maybe it's minor or maybe it's major, but yeah, this is why what we love about Web3, why we are all in this space. I think one of the reasons is because we feel that we can be whoever we want, regardless of our background, regardless of where we come from. This is one of the greatest aspects of community building within the Web3 landscape. And again, it ties into what you said by bringing in this message. People can really feel and have a connection with the character, that the art is not just a random drawing that we commission, but it's actually a lifelong work of the artist, which we really value and want to bring this message out.
Awesome. So, other than his philosophy, the artist's philosophy, and other than the YEYE's philosophy, can you tell more of actually what is YEYE and what is his personality, and how do you think it can advantage by this message? How can it advantage all the maybe all people in this Web3 space, and how do you think this message can be conveyed to the whole market and space?
So maybe a bit of background on the character. So YEYE originally was a cactus, and as time goes on, as the artist develops, the character also develops into this fluffball character that we now know. But originally it started as a cactus. In terms of like the character's personality, it's a very carefree individual. It's a very daring and lively, fun character. That's why you always see it with its tongue out, because it doesn't really care what society thinks or says about it. And YEYE is a character that loves to take on challenges and loves to take on adventures.
Well, not only the philosophy but the character itself, I think it carries a very unique personality and unique message, not only to all the Web3 space, but I think whole Web2 and Web3 space as a whole, of course. So, lastly, like we'll be discussing more about on what is the lore and what is he finding in this universe, like where does he came from, and where what is he doing, what is his vision, mission, and what is his goals in this, like finding what is he trying to do in here.
So at this point, we have finished the first season of the lore building. So maybe to briefly go through it. So basically, YEYE comes from a YEYEverse, or a universe which is created entirely from the artist's imagination, and somehow it got lost in a forest and ended up in a portal and came to Earth. So on its way here, or while it's here, it's currently looking for a lifelong partner, or a kimosabi as we know. And with this kimosabi, YEYE wants to venture our world, wants to explore our world. So yeah, that is the first season of YEYE's lore.
Awesome. So I think that sums up the discussion today in terms of the lore and the art. I think, well, it carries a very deep message and philosophy behind what is YEYE. So we'll just move on to the next post. So stay tuned, guys.
Yep,
See you again.
it's a pleasure. Bye bye.
Peace out.
Peace.
YEYE.